So, dear beloved candidates, I greet you all and I welcome you to lesson 33. Before I take you through lesson 33, we need to go through the previous work, which was lesson 32. It was about reporting questions. Let's begin. The instruction was, change the sentences to reported speech. You were supposed to change the sentences to reported speech. Question 1 reads, do you know my name? Asked David. This is an open question. Maybe David was asking somebody, maybe she, a he, or was asking a group. Let's assume David was asking you. So the question is, do you know my name? Ask David. You can have a variety of answers. But our answer here we give you is, David asked me if I knew his name. If asked you, one may say, David asked her if she knew his name, or David asked them if they knew his name. But here our answer is, the answer we gave you is, David asked me if I knew his name. Let's assume that David asked you. So you have to answer, or you have to report and say, David asked me if I knew my name. Remember, this statement is in present simple, whereby our guidelines we gave you, we said that present simple changes to past simple tense. That's why I've changed the main verb know to knew. Take note of that, candidates. Question 2 was, let me read it. The teacher inquired, is Jane present today? This question is in present simple, and you're supposed to change it to reported speech. Remember our guidelines we gave you, present simple tense changes to past simple tense. That means here you need to make some changes. We'll have the helping verb is, we're going to change it to was. We have the adverb of time, today we are going to change it to that day. Let me repeat the question, or read the question again. The teacher inquired, is Jane present today? Maybe the teacher was asking the pupils in class. Which answer can you give here? The answer is, the teacher inquired whether Jane was present that day. Maybe he was inquiring from the pupils in his class or her class. So this is the answer. The teacher inquired whether Jane was present that day. Or one may say, the teacher inquired if Jane was present that day. So this is the question that asked for, you reported it to another person. You need to make some change of the tense. Question 3. Question 3 reads, have the boys bathed yet? Asked the matron. Maybe she was asking her fellow matron. So you're supposed to report this statement to another person, And the answer is, in fact, this statement is in present perfect tense because we have the helping verb have and the main verb in past participle. Have the boys bathed yet? Asked the matron. You need to make some changes. We have our helping verb had, which must be changed to have. We are going to change have to had. We have yet. Remember, we took you through that work. We are looking at the positive, negative, interrogative. We are going to change our yet to already. We've used yet because this statement is in interrogative form. So if change it to reported speech, it is no longer a question. Now we are just reporting what somebody said. What did the matron ask her fellow matron? So you report and said, the matron asked if the boys had bathed already. Maybe she was asking, the coach was asking another person. That's the answer for question 3. Question 4. Question 4 reads, are the men digging the grave now? Asked the reverend. I beg your pardon. Are the men digging the grave now? Asked the reverend. So this statement is in present continuous tense. And in our guidelines, we said present perfect continuous tense changes to past continuous tense. That means here our actual words begins with a helping verb early, which we are going to change to while. Any other change, we have now adverb of time. We are going to change it to then. So what did the reverend ask? The answer is, the reverend asked whether the men were digging the grave then. Or one may say, the reverend asked if the men were digging the grave then. Maybe he was asking the mourners or the people who had come to attend the funeral. Take note of that, candidates. Question 5. Question 5 reads, mothers asked, will you bake wedding cakes tomorrow, Daphine? I beg your pardon. Mothers asked, will you bake wedding cakes tomorrow, Daphine? So this statement is in future simple tense. And we said in future simple tense, you need to take note of the modal verb. And in our actual words or real words, we have will, which we are going to change it to would. We have tomorrow at verb of time, we are going to change to the following day. So what did Moses ask Daphine? Somebody may ask you, or somebody can ask you. So report and say, Moses wanted to know from Daphine if she would bake wedding cakes the following day. Let me read the question again. Moses asked, will you bake wedding cakes tomorrow, Daphine? Moses was asking Daphine. So in this statement, we have to bring in our wanted to know from. That means Moses asked Daphine. That means Moses wanted to get the answer from Daphine. So the answer is here. We bring in our wanted to know. Moses wanted to know from Daphine if she would bake the wedding cakes the following day. The person Moses was asking has been indicated. That's why we bring in our wanted to know. And this is the answer. Question 6 reads, the father asked, have the children been downloading the work? This statement is open. Maybe ask the housemaid, maybe ask mommy, maybe ask grandfather, maybe ask the grandmother. It's open. So you write your answer. This statement is in present perfect continuous tense because we have the helping verb have and we have the been, then downloading, which is in progressive form. So this statement is in present perfect continuous tense, and present perfect continuous tense changes to past perfect continuous tense when you're changing the statement to reported speech. When you're changing the statement to reported speech. So the answer is, the father asked whether the children had been downloading the work that day. Maybe the father asked the housemaid, maybe he asked mom. So it's an open question. So the answer is, the father asked whether the children had been downloading the work that day. Question 7 reads, must we go to the butcher's today? Mommy inquired the sons. So the sons asked their mother. The person the sons asked has been indicated. So there we shall bring in our wanted to know because the person the sons asked has been indicated. Let me read the question again. Must we go to the butcher's today? Mommy inquired the sons or asked the sons. That means the sons asked their mom. So the person the sons asked has been indicated. There we shall bring in our wanted to know. Take note of that, candidates. Now in our real words or actual words, I have must, which we are going to change to had to. Then I have adverb of time, which is today. I'm going to change it to that day. What did the children want to know? What did the sons want to know from the mom? The answer is, the sons inquired from the mother if they had to go to the butcher's that day. I beg your pardon? The sons inquired from the mother if they had to go to the butcher's that day. Or the sons wanted to know from the mother if they had to go to the butcher's that day. Take a note of that. And the answer we gave you is, the sons inquired from the mother if they had to go to the butcher's that day. We have made some changes we have adverb of time, we have must, which we have changed to had to, and this is the answer. After the corrections of the previous work, let me take you through lesson 33, which is about reporting questions starting with interrogative words. We are going to look at questions starting with interrogative words. And what are these interrogative words, candidates? What do you mean by these interrogative words? Let's look at the examples of the questioning words, or we call them interrogative words. These are the ones. You can begin a question with the what, when, why, where, whose, who, whom, and how. These are what we call the interrogative words. Words that normally help us to begin questions. Words we normally use to begin questions. We call them interrogative words or adverbs of questioning. So these are the ones we have given you. So we want to report questions beginning with these interrogative words. And when we are changing statements to reported speech, we use the word you have used. The interrogative word you have used will work as the conjunction. We have said when reporting a question, beginning with a question word. I beg your pardon. When reporting a question, beginning with a question word, the use of the questioning word, we use that questioning word as the conjunction. I beg your pardon. When reporting a question, beginning with a questioning word, we use that questioning word as the conjunction. If you have got me, let me take you through the examples so that you can understand better. Example 1 reads, what is the bride's name? Ask the stranger. This question is open. Maybe the stranger asked somebody who was near him, who asked anybody, a girl, a boy, or asked them. Let me read the question again. What is the bride's name? Ask the stranger. Maybe from who the stranger, from who? Maybe wanted to know the stranger wanted to know the answer from somebody who was near him. The person might have been a he or a she. So the answer here, before I give you the answer, we need to take note of the key words in this question. We have said when changing this question to recorded speech, we use the questioning word as the conjunction. Here we have the questioning word what. So we have our helping verb is, we are going to change it to was, because this statement is in present simple, which must be changed to past simple. So what is the answer here you have to give, candidates? The answer here is, the stranger asked what the bride's name was. Let's assume that a stranger asked the girl. Which answer can you give? Let me give you a chance. You can say, the stranger asked her what the bride's name was. Maybe the stranger asked the old man who was around. Which answer can you give? You have to say, the stranger asked him what the bride's name was. Take a note of that, candidate. There's another vague answer you normally give, but I don't want to mention it. But the answer here must be, the stranger asked what the bride's name was, or the stranger asked her what the bride's name was, or the stranger asked me what the bride's name was. Maybe he had come to attend the wedding and he wanted to know the bride's name. Maybe her face was familiar to him. That's why he wanted to know the bride's name. I know that you've got me. Let me take you through question 2. Example 2 reads, Maria inquired, when will the candidates sit for their PLE examination? Who wanted to know? Who inquired? Maria. Maria inquired, when will the candidates sit for their PLE examination? Take a note of the key words in our words or actual words. We have the modal verb will, we are going to change it to would. I think this is the only word we are supposed to take a note of. Other words remain the same. Now, which answer can you give? Or what is the answer? Beloved candidate, what's the answer for this example? Which answer can you give, or what is the answer? For me, my answer is, the answer here is, Maria inquired when the candidate will sit for their examination. Maybe Maria wanted to know. I don't know whether she got the answer or whether she was given the answer. But here our answer is, Maria inquired when the candidates would sit for their examination. Let me take you back to the question Maria asked. Maria inquired, when will the candidates for their examination, for their PLE examination? Which means Maria inquired when the candidates would sit for their PLE examination. She wanted to know, I don't know whether she was given the answer. Maybe. Let me take you through example 3. It reads, the widow asked, why have you cremated my husband's dead body? Beg your pardon? The widow asked, why have you cremated my husband's dead body? She wanted to know, she wanted to be given the answer. Now, what are the key words in this question? We have the helping verb we have, which you have to change to had. We have you, we are going to change it to them. Then my, we are going to change it to her. That's all. Now, we can change this statement to reported speech, or we can report what the widow asked. So the answer here has to be, the widow asked them why they had cremated her husband's dead body. I read the question again. The widow asked, why have you cremated my husband's dead body? Now, for you, you had her words. You had the question. Now, report to another person who wasn't around. What did the widow ask? The widow asked them why they had cremated her husband's body. What did the widow ask them? The widow asked them why they had cremated her husband's body, because there is a change of time. She might have asked these words in the morning for you reported the evening. She might have asked these words last year for you reported this year. That's why you have to make some changes. What did the widow ask? What did the widow want to know? The widow asked them why they had cremated her husband's dead body. That's the question. Let me take you through question 4. Question 4 reads, where did you put my CD, Ruth? Asked the invigilator. Whom did the invigilator ask? The invigilator asked Ruth. Maybe the invigilator had given his CD to Ruth. Now for you had what the invigilator asked Ruth. What are the keywords in this statement? We have did, which you have changed to had. We have you, you're going to change it to him. We have my, we can change it to his or her. So what did the invigilator ask Ruth? Which answer can you give, candidate, here, if you have taken note of the keywords in the question? The answer is, the invigilator wanted to know from Ruth where she had put his CD. Now in this question, the person the invigilator asked has been indicated. That's why I brought in our wanted to know. The person the invigilator asked in our question has been indicated. The invigilator wanted the answer from Ruth or asked Ruth. That's why we have brought in our wanted to know, because we have indicated the person the invigilator asked. What did the invigilator ask Ruth? Or whom did the invigilator ask? So the invigilator wanted to know from Ruth where she had put his CD in this statement. Because the person the invigilator asked has been indicated, that's why I brought in wanted to know. The invigilator wanted to know from Ruth where she had put his CD. Question 5 reads, the teacher asked, whose books are these? Whom did the teacher ask? Maybe there were boys, he asked the boys who were there. Maybe that's the girls who were there. This question is open. Now take note of the keywords here. We have al, we are going to change it to while. We have this pronoun, this, we are going to change it to those, because we have change of time. And this statement is in present simple, which changes to past simple when changing statements, reported speech. So let me change this statement to reported speech. What did the teacher ask? The teacher asked whose books those were. Now, if we had indicated the people the teacher asked, boys, whose books are these? Means the answer here, you have to say, the teacher wanted to know from the boys whose books those were. But here, the person that teacher asked hasn't been indicated. You just said, the teacher asked whose books those were. It's an open question. Or maybe when you may say, the teacher asked him whose books those were, or the teacher asked her whose books those were, because it's an open question. Questions, example 6. Example 6 reads, who is playing gospel music, children? The mourners asked. This statement or this question is in present continuous tense, because we have the helping verb is and the main verb ending in ing form. Let me read the question again. Who is playing gospel music, children? The mourners asked. Whom did the mourners ask? The mourners asked the children. The mourners wanted to know the answer from the children. So in this statement, the person the mourners were asking has been indicated, or the people the mourners were asking have been indicated, and these are the children. So that's in this statement, when we're giving our answer, we have to bring in wanted to know. And the answer is, the mourners wanted to know from the children who was playing gospel music. I beg your pardon. The mourners wanted to know from the children who was playing gospel music. Now, question 7 reads, the holiday makers asked tour guide, with whom shall we have a boat drive? I beg your pardon. The holiday makers asked tour guide, with whom shall we have a boat drive? So, the holiday makers asked the tour guide, or the person the holiday makers were asked has been indicated. The person the holiday makers asked has been indicated. Take a note of that. And this person is the tour guide. So here we can bring in our wanted to know, or we have to bring in our wanted to know, because the person the holiday makers asked has been indicated, and this person is the tour guide. So the answer here, you have to say, the holiday makers wanted to know from the tour guide with whom they would have a boat drive. I beg your pardon. The holiday makers wanted to know from the tour guide with whom they would have a tour guide. Because in that first question, the person the holiday makers asked has been indicated, and this person is the tour guide. That's why here we brought in wanted to know. And the answer is, the holiday makers wanted to know from who? From the tour guide with whom they would have a boat drive. Maybe the tour guide answered them or gave them the answer. Now, Candace, let me take you through our activity. Lesson 3, and the instruction reads, change the sentences below to reported speech. You are supposed to change the sentences given to reported speech. Question 1 reads, when is James recording his songs? Asked the father. Maybe the father asked anybody who was around there. It's an open question. So candidates, if you change this statement to reported speech, take note of the keywords in the question given. Keywords are important. Question 2 reads, Kato asked, Naku, why have you beaten me? The person Kato asked has been indicated. So in question 2, you know what to do. Question 3, how old are you, young girl? Asked the doctor. How old are you, young girl? Asked the doctor. From whom did the doctor want to know the answer? The doctor wanted to know the answer from the young girl. Take note of that. Question 4. The boss asked the young boy, what is your name? So you know what to do. Take note of the keywords in the what? Take note of the keywords in the question. Take note of that. Question 5 reads, from which forest did the poacher poach the elephant? Asked the minister. Beg your pardon, let me read question 5 again. From which forest did the poacher poach the elephant? Asked the minister. Take note of the keywords in the questions so that you can be able to change this statement to reported speech. Next instruction reads, change the sentences to direct speech, which means questions 6 and 7 are in reported speech. Your work is to change them to direct speech. They are in reported speech, change them back to direct speech. Now, a serious candidate, what are you supposed to do? Separate the speech tag from the actual words, or separate the speech tag from the real words of the speaker. We have the girls as the matron. Where, let me read the question well, the statement we gave you. The girls asked the matron where she had been hiding since morning. The girls asked the matron where she had been hiding since morning. Now, as a serious candidate, can you get or change this statement back to direct speech by separating the speech tag from the real words or the speech tag from the actual words of the speaker? Take note of the punctuation of the work, how the inverted commas are normally written. Take note of that. Question 7 reads, the head chair asked why the supervisors were talking to strangers. Let me read the question again. The head chair asked why the supervisors were talking to the strangers. This statement is reported speech. You have changed it back to direct speech. Show us the speech tag and show us the actual words of the speaker, the actual words of the head teacher. Form his question. Take note of that. Show us the speech tag and the real words or the real questions the head teacher asked. Candace, I know that you will do this work very well. We've gone through reporting question beginning with interrogative words. So I wish you a good day. Bye-bye.